I could get drunk off the lights of a city. Late night phone calls just to say you miss me, but you don't. No, you don't. Drop my phone now, that shit's broken. 2 a.m. and I'm lost in Brooklyn, missing home. I know you don't. When we were on, I'd always thought we would make it, but now you're gone, baby, you're a ghost.
And welcome back to week 5 of the Smite Draft League. We're in the Immortal division. It's Sunbreakers versus Eclipse. I'm Jeffrey, and I'm here together with my one and only ranked buddy, Cosmic Warrior.
Hey man, how's it going? I can say hopefully this game is going to be going a little bit better than our ranked games have been going lately. I must say it's a low bar though. It's a low bar.
Well, one thing we know for sure in this draft league, there are no randoms. All these players in week 5 now should know each other pretty well, so I'm looking forward towards this matchup. Is there anything in particular you're looking towards?
I can't say that there's anything matchup specifically that I want to talk about. The main thing I was going to highlight was that love or hate this new update, it has led to some incredibly entertaining content on all levels. Seen some incredible Divine games, and I mean the recent SPL games have been absolutely insane. So I've just been really enjoying competitive Smite content lately, and I imagine it's going to be no different today.
Yeah, I agree. It's fun to watch, it's just not fun to play, my opinion. As we see a Terra being banned out, might be a little bit of that healers being buffed, maybe. But we also see Rama here on the other side. And it's understandable. I mean, you have RemarkableWolf in the other team, and we actually finally see the Rama banned out. I think he got it like close to every match, if not every match this season so far. And I'd like to see it being banned out here, as we also see Afro. And once again, it's this healer buff. She got a tier 5 skin, so of course, Hyros made it broken. What do you think about Afro?
I mean, yeah, Afro's been an absolute must ban. It seems she turns any one of your teammates into an absolute raid boss, reducing their cooldowns, increasing their protections, and increasing their damage output. She's just absolutely insane. Makes them live things that they should not be living. I mean, what more is there to say? First time in many, many, many years where she's been an absolute top ban slash pick priority.
And I didn't know that Awesome Jake 408 was playing in this game, because we get a Nox ban. Nox is not a god I've been seeing being banned a lot. That being said, this is the first week that we get to see the new patch, so maybe they know something I don't know. What do you think about Nox?
I mean, yeah, usually I don't think I've ever seen it banned in the SDL, and as you had highlighted before, in the SPL, it only ever gets banned against the team that Awesome Jake is playing on. That being said, I think Nox is actually like just a really solid support in general. Her lockdown is really strong, a very long cripple root, a very large silence ability, and just being able to reduce damage with the ults. It's practically a guardian kit, it would seem. So I think it's just a really solid option. Maybe someone on the side of Sunbreakers has just a dirty pocket Nox, but we see Yamoja is the first pick of this game.
Yeah, so Yamoja on this new patch got a little bit of a nerf and a little bit of a patch, of course, since her shields will be a lot less useful as they once used to be if the other team, of course, opts to go towards Heroism, a new item that reduces shields by 30% and also gives you movement speed whenever someone does get a shield. But her healing got a big buff. As we see Hell and Odin being locked in here, I really like to see, especially this Odin right now. Like I said, shields a little bit bad right now, but Odin with the 100% anti-heal in the ultimate is very, very good right now. As well as Hell, just securing that heal for yourself, pretty unkillable right now. Ishtar, though, pretty normal pick. What do you think?
Yeah, I must say, when you said the item erosion, it sounded like you said heroism. I guess it's just a Europe moment, but anyway, yeah. I mean, Odin's really strong right now because obviously healers are being super strong, and all healing, anti-healing actually being capped out at 80%, excluding abilities that specify that they reduce all healing, such as Odin shields or Ket ult. But it doesn't seem like Eclipse is scared away by that ult. Locking in the Guan Yu, really just full sending the new healer differences.
Yeah, and I think our big horseman Guan Yu also is a little bit stronger than last patch in general. Got a little bit of a buff to his 3, gaining an extra stack, which is always good. And also his 1 now gives cooldown to anyone being hit by the heal, which I think is pretty big. As we see Cerberus being locked in here for the Chaos side. Cerberus right now is an absolute beast. Not only did he get big buffs, he was already going to be good regardless in this meta, with being able to steal all that healing from both Yemoja and Guan Yu.
Yeah, no kidding. I mean, the buffs to Serb were really strong. Obviously, they increased the healing reduction, but they also increased the amount of healing that he steals, which does apply before any sort of anti-healing applies. So, gonna be stealing away a lot of healing. Gonna be providing a lot of value from that. Not to mention just increasing the stun duration of his stun, which is already a fairly long stun. Considerable, obviously, a little bit hard to hit, but very very good god if you can land those stuns and just be in the right positions.
Yeah, definitely. And we see a lot of junglers being banned out here on both sides. We also did see a churn for the duo lane. But Mercury and Dodgy, I do get why they ban it, but I would have liked to see a Circat ban here, as that's still an option with the 100% anti-heal. Jingwei being locked in though, safety first. I can see that. It's probably not going to win lane against Ishtar, but it's always a comfortable, good pick. What do you think?
Yeah, I think Xingwei is actually pretty strong. Obviously she struggles a little bit in the early game, but I mean, who isn't against an Ishtar, to be fair? She's really strong. Just generally, Jingwei is strong whenever crit is strong right now. And, recent buffs to crit items has made crit extremely strong. And I think Jingwei has multiple build paths. The hydrogen build that we've seen built in the STL as well is a reasonably viable option, or you could just go with the normal build path going Blood Forge into your Boomerang or however you want to do it. But man, these picks are just flying through. We see Scylla and Bakasura on side of Eclipse to finish off their draft.
And not only that, we see an Awilix being offered. Oh, it does up to go towards the Kamasters. I would have really liked to see an Awilix here. Not only are you dealing with 2 jumps, you're also dealing with a Yemoja who just knocks everyone in their team up. And you got a Jingwei in your team. I would have really liked to see the Awilix pick here. But Kamasters, not too shabby. Probably not my favorite in the jungle right now, assuming it does go jungle. But we also see, I want to talk about Bakasura. Bakasura last patch, probably like the worst god in the game. If I don't know if you agree with that,
Not a horrendous claim, I must say.
but right now he's, I don't know, he's kind of doing stuff. What do you think?
We've seen the likes of Panatom go absolutely ham with him, but obviously not every player is Panatom. But I don't know. I think Bakasura is pretty solid right now. You can build him crit, which just does absolutely absurd amount of damage. I think there's definitely potential. They decrease the cooldown by of his eat minion very significantly. So I think if there's any place in Bakasura in any meta, this is going to be one of them.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said before, I maybe would have liked to see the Sagat here, but Bakasura is fine. Anyways, these are your picks for game 1 of Sunbreakers versus Eclipse, and I am looking forward to it. I will see you in the game.
I could get drunk off the lights of a city. Late night phone calls just to say you miss me, but you don't. No, you don't. Drop my phone now, that shit's broken. 2 a.m. and I'm lost in Brooklyn, missing home. I know you don't. When we were on, I'd always thought we would make it, but now you're gone. Baby, you're a ghost. I'm caught up in a landslide, mental on the low end. When I used to feel alive, now parachute, jumping out the plane. You had it all in front of you, nothing feels the same. It's crazy what love can do, even crazier when it's not coming back to you. You say you need space, so I gave you all the states. Every night a different place. Used to think we're getting close, and now we're drifting away. And all I can say is that I'm feeling wasted. I could get drunk off the lights of a city. Late night phone calls just to say you miss me, but you don't. No, you don't. Drop my phone now, that shit's broken. 2 a.m.
As we are watching the buffs spawn on the solo lane side of the map, what start are we going for? It looks like the XP speed red start here, at least for Eclipse. I can't quite see what Sunbreakers is doing. What do you think about the new starts, Cosmic?
They're definitely interesting seeing the adaptations, given that just the normal start that was so simple, dragging them all together, didn't quite take you over to level 2, so now opting to do it in a way that leads them to level 2. Actually, 2 different starts we see. This one looks like it gets all of the members, all mid lane, solo lane, as well as jungle to level 2, whereas Eclipse's start solo only stays level 1. I think that might be the superior start simply for that reason. Going into solo lane level 2 is just obviously pretty significant advantage. I mean, that just goes without saying.
Yeah, the downfall was that the mid laner was a little bit later to lane together with the jungler in mid, but no kills out of it on either lane so far, so I don't think it's the biggest problem in the world. But yeah, different options, different choices. All I know, and I'm sorry to call out my colleagues here, is that in the first week, I think I've seen Anthony die twice to a buff.
Wait, you're talking about our Anthony?
Yes, sir.
Really? Usually that's kind of a kingfisher thing to do. That's too bad. Yeah, I mean, the new buff starts can be, a little rough just right as the new season starts up. Just a little bit different, not quite used to the damage. Don't really know what you're getting fully into, and by the time you realize something's going to happen, you're far too late, and then you are today's biggest loser. Definitely feels bad.
Yeah, I think with the amount of people dying towards buffs, we stopped kind of giving out, but hold that thought though, as the first fight looks to be breaking out here. I think ShadyByrd just a bit off the mark with the one there, and now it's Bakasura joining in. Ibba eats! Well, that's why you get Bakasura, I guess. Eats the shield buff to confirm it for Eclipse here, and the first little victory goes towards Eclipse, as here in the solo lane, it's actually Sidon, very low. Uh-oh. Mario is not about to give this up. Sidon has the stun up. Actually does manage to hit it, so enough distance to live for now. Hitting level 4, but that was very close for the solo laner of Sunbreakers then.
A little too close for comfort. Some really nice body blocking coming out of Assassin Mario there. Unfortunately, just not quite enough damage or mana to finish the deal. But, I'm sure he's happy just pressuring him out, getting the little advantages wherever he can at any stage of the game. Ooh, nice little stun. TheDivineApe looking very low in the mana department. That's one thing that's different between the 2 different starter items that we see in the ADC role, going between Death's Toll and the Leather's Cowl. Death's Toll obviously providing a little bit of mana on the basic attacks, and we're seeing a very clear difference in mana bars of the ADCs.
Yeah, I think the 5 MP5 that the Hunter's Cowl is giving you is not quite getting you there to actually keep up in the mana department. As we see here firsthand, TheDivineApe being very, very low in the mana 3 minutes in before the first back. Hopefully getting a few items will fix that. Of course, levels will also fix that, and you are a Hunter after all. So, I mean, your biggest point is to just left click as Sidon.
True.
A lot of trouble still. I'm congrats to that man for actually staying there. I think I would have backed. I would be so scared right now, but I guess he is not.
Yeah, I'm definitely someone who really sometimes just overstays a little bit when you're close to the item, greeting it. And trust me, I do get punished fairly often. But when you're just super close to an item, and teleport being on a much longer cooldown now, You just want to wait until you can really get it. Come back into lane with a nice power spike, feeling strong. He does get the full item online, giving him a considerable advantage over Assassin Mario now, who has been seemingly a little bit in control of the lane to start, but now seems like the tables have turned.
Yeah, as the wave clear. Ooh, hold that Fatlo. Ibba getting first blood for
beautiful.
themselves in the mid lane here. ShadyByrd's not gonna give that up for free. Will they get the
No.
revenge kill? Missed the one, but Ibba falling down low. What's the cooldown on jump?
Alright.
No, Bats from Hell will confirm the kill here for ShadyByrd. A little 1-for-1, but first blood for Eclipse will get a bit of a gold advantage for IbbaWasTaken here.
Yeah, I love to see the aggression immediately out of Ibba, not scared to get under that tower, and just great use of that jump to avoid that ult by Tatri. Almost escaped as well, dodging out the one from ShadyByrd, forcing him to use his ult. So it's a 1-for-1 trade. Not one you're upset about or by any means. Just getting first blood, definitely an advantage for Eclipse there, showing their prowess early on.
Yeah, and don't be mistaken, Tenebrises used beats that fight as well, and now hold that thought is Darknms will seem to get out for now. Anyway, like I was saying, Tenebrises using beats that fight as well, being tower dove as a hell right now with one of the most healings in the game, maybe after Afro. I am surprised that Eva even got that kill, but good on them for getting that first blood.
For sure, and I mean, of course, just with the changes that have come recently, the healing is reduced a little bit. So might be one of the reasons. That being said, we've seen some hells lately who've had considerably like unnoticeable like changes in the healing, being able to heal up rather significant portions of their HP. Despite it all, Ibba is in deep here. I mean, for anyone who's going to out-secure two people just in front of their faces not caring, it's obviously going to be Bakasura. So again, I'm really happy to see the play style that Ibba is taking here. It's exactly what you want to see out of a Bakasura.
Yeah, I think it's the only way to play Bakar anytime. I was gonna say right now, but I think that is kind of anyhow, anywhere, anytime. You just need to invade, just press 2 and you get the buff, right? Like, there's no way anyone is out-securing you unless they ulted as a mage. So, yeah, I mean, great playstyle, and getting the Jingwei behind here on the ADC lane is probably the biggest lane to get behind right now.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, not to mention just the hold on. Darknms. Forced ult out.
Oh, big fight coming out now as Ibba will take the first kill onto Tenebrises here. Yomojo will fall down, making everyone a bit stunned from the other team here. Tatri, probably the next one to fall down on the servers here. You, of course, are tanky as the support, but there comes the horse, and Ibba will actually secure a double kill for themselves. 2-4-0 here for Eclipse. Good place by them. Great Yomojo ult, and just great fights anyway. I thought that Dark MNS was a bit of trouble there, but the team rotating in, securing and saving them, and well, 2 kills for Ibba. So what else is that to say about it?
Yeah, definitely. The boys definitely came through here. Side, not really aware Ibba is here, but has the cage
Jumping in,
up.
Odin ult. Ooh. Yeah, the Odin ult will just be enough to make sure that both Ibba and Mario couldn't chase Sidon there. Otherwise, Odin in a bit of trouble. And the instant call for gold through here by Sunbreakers, I like it. You know that Ibba isn't right, so how are they gonna fight for it? However, Eclipse does have a Scylla, and here comes TheDivineApe. Ooh, it's being dropped.
Definitely think yeah, definitely the right call. 3 members of Eclipse there. Gonna be punishing you hard there. Tenebrises was dropping fairly low even before. They got hit by that big crush. Scylla with the conduit gem definitely gonna be dealing a lot of damage with that crush. Obviously a bit of extra penetration that's now on Doom Orb taking into effect. And I want to mention one thing that's really helped Bakasura a little bit is the 10% attack speed that is now on Blood Forge, an item that's great for that type of jungler. Even better now, ShadyByrd. I have to be
Ooh, but Ibba actually being the one in trouble right now did eat, but no heal for that. With a Cerberus next to you, ShadyByrd will secure the kill after right out of Beds Out of Hell. I think it was just a basic securing it. And now TheDivineApe has got to run as RemarkableWolf is on the hunt. Decides to opt to go for the minions instead. No mana on RemarkableWolf, so fair enough. ShadyByrd now looking at your Moja here on OLK. Fine for now, but a sneaky little invade coming out anyway for Sunbreakers this time. So this time it's actually the Bakasura's team being invaded for once.
Yeah, nice little answer back here by Sunbreakers to understand that Ibba is Bakasura and is playing like a Bakasura. Am I going to be able to finish this thought? I think so. Just an ult for ult. Oh, he gets the stun off, though. Not enough.
Yeah, the cage just lasts too long to actually follow up on it. But oh, if Den is silent jumping in, that's not the play, buddy. You are going to the grave. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely punished for that one just a wee bit. But yeah, as I was saying, Sunbreaker's understanding of the playstyle that Ibba is taking, having great positioning on the buff you want to invade, full diving in on him, and then once he's out of the way, taking the opportunity to go for the invade yourself, getting the little advantage that you can, denying the farm from the opposing team. I mean, it's just simple smite.
It definitely is simple smite. Ooh, second Gold Fury pool, but this time it is for Eclipse. Tatri is there, so Sunbreakers know. Tatri ulting in with Cerberus here. And there comes I'm a Monster. Gold Fury going towards Eclipse, so it does get confirmed. But at what cost, as TheDivineApe has already fallen down and Sunbreakers is looking at a wall path right now, following OLK here. Not quite getting it.
Yeah, crazy engage there. Like team fight, lots of grouping there. Only ends up with one person falling. Obviously, first objective off the map. Sunbreakers in a reasonable gold lead, now taking the opportunity to go for the Pyromancer as well. I mean, that just about does it for sort of objectives that you really need to be taking at this point. It's a bit of an answer back by Eclipse, but Sunbreakers just taking their leave instead.
Eclipse did get the Gold Fury, by the way. Just want to mention that real quick. And that's also a point that I want to go back on. I really like a Hell, right? Hell right now is in the meta very good, but you just can't out-confirm the I'm a Monster. As I also do believe it's Darknms who actually got the Gold Fury in that fight with the ult. But the ult that fought here is Ibba, falling down low fairly quickly. Help is there from Mario in the ult, but Beds Out of Hell, you cannot stun someone out of that. And it's so long. Ooh, ability just off the mark, and Ibba can blink out. And now ShadyByrd just gets deleted by Darknms here. And it's actually Sidon in a bit of trouble. I'm a Monster coming out. Ooh. The jump from Odin just in time to actually save himself from the I'm a Monster there. Oh, 1 for 0. ShadyByrd was looking very good onto Ibba there. Just missing an ability, and Ibba being able to blink out. Bit of a shame. Not over yet, as Tatri is joining the fight as well now. Ultimate coming out. Scylla beats Odin Cage. Lots of stuff going on, and there is actually an already upgraded shell to make it a Phantom Shell. Being able to walk out of the ult means everyone stays alive for now. And in the end, it was only ShadyByrd falling down in that entire fight.
Yeah, great early rotation on there. Out of Dark, getting a big burst onto ShadyByrd, shutting him down pretty quick, and it's great itemization here by OLK, picking up that Phantom Shell early, understanding the power that a cage holds against your team. Not too many ways to get over that wall for some key members yourself. One, just can't. The two people who don't want to be in the cage because of the anti-healing properties that it does. Two people who'd be stuck in it, but the fighting isn't over. Right here, back in mid, Ibba spending the ult drops Tatri very low, which goes to show, even if you're a support, I'm just gonna be Bakasuring all over you.
Sidon.
No.
Mario, don't do it to him, Mario. Don't do it to him, Mario. Stun off the mark. Oh, so is the dash from the Guan Yu. Having to retreat, doesn't quite die. I think he took like 8 tower shots there, and he just backs like it's nothing.
Yeah, considerable amount there. He was in there for quite a while. despite that 1 second or 2 second, actually, I believe it is for Guan Yu himself, that cooldown, not up quite enough. It is still a little bit early on. Was able to take quite a few tower shots, but there's only so long you can sit under there. If Poseidon had landed that stun, maybe it's a different story. Maybe Assassin Mara doesn't walk away from that and doesn't get to back. So yeah, risky plays, but I respect the effort.
Definitely do. I'm just happy for Sidon's mental that it didn't work out for Mario this time. I would be crushed being tower dove 8 shots right now. Hold that thought though, is actually OLKxHardKiller here in a lot of trouble on the Emoja. Ultimate good, but isn't good enough. Seems to be the case for now, but Gold Fury about to spawn. Gold Fury has spawned now, and it's all of Sunbreakers, all 5 of them here, bursting it down very quickly. Mario is here to have a little bit of a say in it. But I don't think, yeah, Sunbreakers will confirm the Gold Fury here. Mario did ult after it, not finding a stun and just opting to go out. It was, of course, a 1v5 if he did decide to go in there. So probably a good choice to just take the horse ride and go out. Ibba split pushing. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say Ibba was on the complete right side of that map. OLK practically TKO'd before that fight started. Great little play there by Sunbreakers. Definitely had the opportunity to go for that Gold Fury. End up securing it. Just getting a little bit of a gold lead isn't that incredible at this stage of the game. But now they're looking for more, looking for this Pyro. And Poseidon is doing a great job at zoning.
But just
I'm able to walk
little
out.
bit too early with the Odin cage. Did go to Sunbreakers. A big I'm a monster actually. And now it's actually Sidon in a lot of trouble. And in the background, Sidon just jumping after Ibba. But Ibba, that's 5 of them, buddy. You're gonna win that. But Darknms cleaning up the Sidon after all. ShadyByrd has to fall back after getting that kill. Very low indeed. But both teams do have quite people very low. Someone who's not low is OLKxHardKiller here. But you're also Umoja, you're not doing damage, so running away, probably the good option. But what a split fight. I mean, I liked what Ibba was doing, but I also hated what Ibba was doing. Because, I mean, it kind of worked, but they were also running against 4 people there alone. And then, especially with Sidon coming from behind them, there's no way you get anything done there. Not even if you have an ultimate like Bakasora does.
Yeah, I mean the teamwork is looking really strong by Sunbreakers, arguably even a little bit stronger than Eclipse is. But it also feels like they're grouping. Oh, the damage from RemarkableWolf.
Yeah,
chases on. Not quite able to find it though.
What is?
Okay, so there.
I think there's a physical. I think there's a bit of a bug with the map right there. The map did change with the new
rock doesn't exist. That is not a rock that exists.
They are not cheating. I promise you. They're not all secretly playing clean either. The rock just doesn't exist anymore. It's a bit of a visual bug. We are so sorry for that. We cannot change it. It's on high res.
Yeah, blame high res. It happened in their SPO as well. It was all over Twitter. Trust me. But yeah, as I was saying, Sunbreakers are playing their teams very well. They're grouping just a little bit too hard as Dark has been going absolutely ham with these I'm a Monsters and crushes. RemarkableWolf forcing to ult. Divine dropping low.
Yeah, both ultimates coming out from the Hunters as RemarkableWolf will find the kill on DivineApe. Falling down very quickly, being forced to use both relics as well does not feel good for the Hunter for Eclipse here. Yeah, bit of a shame.
Yeah, being forced to use both relics is still ending up dying. HardKiller.
Ooh. Nobody, you don't live that. Yeah, no, RemarkableWolf actually getting the second there. Not a double kill, was not fast enough behind each other, but 2 kills in that fight, I'll count it regardless as a double kill. Yeah, great by them, and that's also a bit worrying if you are Eclipse, because that's the Hunter from Sunbreakers there on a 4-level lead, 3-0. Yeah, a big oof indeed.
And again, Sunbreakers just a 4-man grouping in left side, finding picks, finding good picks onto them, while Poseidon's over here just farming the whole jungle. Might actually be getting punished for it, however. Ibba absolutely chunking him. The wall is there. Blink as well. Both blinks.
Yeah, he will fall down.
Yeah.
Yep. Sidon will fall down towards Ibba there with the help from both his mid laner and his solo laner, Mario and Darknms, coming over. Yeah, there was no way Sidon was living there, as the Gold Fury is being picked up by Sunbreakers as a response once again. But
I don't think
I don't
Eclipse
think
gets there in time.
I was gonna say the difference. I don't think Sunbreakers burst is fast enough, but I guess you were right and I was wrong.
It doesn't seem like Scylla or Ibba or Dark just didn't really go to it. I think they actually would have
Yeah,
had a good chance of stealing it, especially with that Crusher and I'm a Monster. Would have gone. Would have had a
I
decent chance. Honestly, there's a decent chance Moja had it.
think they noticed too late.
Maybe.
They either thought it was going to be burst down too fast for them to get there, or they didn't know it was going on too late. Anyway, bit of a shame for them, as like you were saying, I think I'm a Monster steals that any day of the week. Pyromancer did spawn though, so might be looking at that. Also, 20 minutes in, we're in Fire Giant range.
We certainly are. Does look like lots of grouping around it.
Look at that crush damage. Just ShadyByrd on half HP in the beginning of the fight. Sunbreaker's gotta be a bit careful here. Falling back a bit. They do have health, so ShadyByrd's healing up very quickly. As Pyromancer is being picked up here by Eclipse. Does get burned down fast enough as well for Sunbreakers to do anything against it. Now they might indeed be looking at this Fire Giant. Bit of a dance probably going on first. What do you think?
Yeah, RemarkableWolf finally making his way into that fight. Ends up getting that tier 2 and just Jingwei passiving back into the fight. So I think great play there, but now the fight is really kicking off.
Ibba going down in the old Battle of Hell as a response
Oh!
to make Ibba not do any damage. The double kill for the jungler here from Eclipse. As in the background, it's actually ShadyByrd getting a kill, and now Tenebrises getting a kill for themselves. 2 for 2 so far, but this fight is far from over. As now Ibba jumping in on Tenebrises himself here. Hell movement speed, keeping them alive for now, but will it be enough? No, one basic, and Ibba will get the third kill for themselves, as RemarkableWolf will get the third kill for themselves.
Oh no.
Now 3 for 3. Oh, the Aegis. Oh, not beautiful. That's a delayed pentakill by Ibba. I think that's a delayed pentakill by IbbaWasTaken here. And it's a deicide, and it's a 4 for 5. And what a fight, Cosmic.
I mean,
What just happened?
We're seeing the power that Bakasura is bringing. I mean, that Blood Forge just going absolutely ham there. He just like shredded both tanks. Obviously, hit a little bit of extra lockdown. I mean, look at all those freaking Camazotz pools there. He was just hitting both the tanks in his ultimate, his AoE autos, absolutely shredding them as if they were a squishy themselves. Fortunately, the rest of the team got a little bit split off. ShadyByrd was able to find some coverage back in, but by the time it all came down, Hippo just completely annihilated their entire team. I don't know if you said it was a delayed penta. I know at least it was a quadra. Very well could have been the penta. Wasn't paying fully attention myself. I mean, just what a crazy fight, all for this Fire Giant, which by the end of it, no one at all being able to take. But now, after a little bit of time has gone up, Sunbreakers regrouping, dropping Fire Giant to half HP. And where is Eclipse? They're not here to take this.
Well, they are now, and that's... I'm a monster, but it's actually Sunbreakers getting it. I think he wolf-eated. As now RemarkableWolf will get a kill for himself, getting a second one there on TheDivineApe. That's the level difference. It's still a 3 level difference because, well, it's not more anymore because RemarkableWolf is 20. We'll go harder here, go in onto OLKxHardKillers. A bit of ShadyByrd, come on, dude. You gotta hit those. Will probably still fall down. Yes, ShadyByrd will get it. As now that tier 2 is being knocked out and it's only the mid laner from Eclipse back alive. And I think if they're running for it, this might just be game. There are 2 towers in solo lane. It's a bit scary, but it's at least a Phoenix falling down here.
Oof, yeah, they're definitely strong. 5 members with Fire Giant up. Doesn't look like they're going to full commit to it. I mean, you are full committing into Dark, who has been absolutely pumping numbers. With still an interesting Odin cage there. Obviously, I think it's not really going to be a big deal by the time next team fight it'll be up. So just using it as just a little bit of extra insurance. But yeah, pushing into a Scylla, with Rada Tahuti online, it's gonna be a bit difficult. I think they would have been able to do it, but maybe by the time those respawn timers finally come through, Titan now being able to cleave, just a little bit difficult and much safer. Just opt to go back for the gold fear. Taking down 2 Phoenixes, isn't nothing. It's definitely a massive win and something Eclipse are gonna have to worry about. I think the biggest thing there was that very early on, RemarkableWolf shutting down Ibba, preventing him, the one who completely wiped his team there in the last fight. Fortunately, I think he got hit by that Cerberus ult by Tatri, very good, and RemarkableWolf just absolutely melted it down. Great teamwork there by the dual lane of Sunbreakers, preventing any chance that Eclipse had in that fight.
Yeah, and by the way, I don't know how many of you OG Smite fans actually know what I meant when I said that Darknms might have wolfied it, as Mario might fall down here in a bit of trouble, and a lot of trouble actually. It's 4 of them. Yeah, will fall down by ShadyByrd. But like I was saying before, I don't know how many of you know what I meant when I said that Darknms wolfied it. I think after that Scylla, I'm a monster on the Fire Giant, it might have had less than 30 HP, being outsecured by a single ability, single basic attack from anyone. How different is that fight if Eclipse actually gets the fire there? Now, in a lot of trouble, Ibba going into the ultimate, eating everyone up, as Tenebrises will get a kill onto OLKxHardKillers here. Big Titan fight, Titan helping out a little bit, slamming down the sword onto Tatri. And it looks like Sunbreakers is content with just getting 2 kills now, getting all the towers as well, and the last bird. It's looking slim if you're Eclipse here.
Certainly is. I mean, 0 ultimates except for Assassin's respawn were available by either member of the team, obviously except Hell ult, but I mean, that doesn't count. Yeah, I mean, these fights are just going extremely in favor of the Sunbreakers. I think right now, this next Fire Giant is going to be a big determination on who wins this game. Sunbreakers grouping very strong, going right for it. Ibba might end up being late, given that he is just in there, split pushing this left side. And I mean, I feel like this is just not the play. The only way Sunbreakers have been taking big leads or winning these Fire Giant fights, which to me is just a given. That's just Smite, right? So I think their focus might be a little misguided. And now they're taking the opportunity.
Odin Cage coming out, but Darknms has a way out of it, of course. Was the only one Cage, a bit of a shame. Does get some damage from it. It's now TheDivineApe will fall down very quickly here. Tatri getting a kill secure for themselves, and no, I'm a Monster will not go off in time after Bats Out of Hell, and a basic attack will secure the kill for ShadyByrd. And with only Ibba and Mario alive, I think Titan is looking a bit scary here.
What Titan?
Titan already at half. Mario falling down, Ibba going into the ultimate, but not enough as Tenebrises will get a kill, and that is game 1 for you folks, as the Titan will fall down. GG, game 1 goes to Sunbreakers.
I could get drunk off the lights of a city, late night phone calls just to say you miss me, but you don't. No, you don't. Drop my phone now, that shit's broken. 2 AM and I'm lost in Brooklyn, missing home.
And what a game it was, as we see the stats in front of your screen here. Is there anything in particular you want to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, there was a considerable difference in impact that I think was made looking in the ADC side. RemarkableWolf 10-1, absolutely insane on that, proving that he doesn't need Rama, proving that you can target ban him. It doesn't matter. He's just gonna play a hunter. And what do all hunters do? They left click, and that's what Remarkable loves to do. And he was doing it. He was showing the power that he was doing. But I mean, on the opposite side, Ibba was just absolutely insane that game. Definitely the biggest thorn in the side of Sunbreakers on their path to victory. That delayed penta that he had did confirm that it was indeed a pentakill. Was absolutely insane. The ending was absurd. His health bar was extremely low. That was so entertaining to watch. It's exactly what I'm talking about when I say that this new season is just so fun to see.
Yeah, I agree. And you must feel bad a little bit for Ibba. I think the big difference is, like you said, in the early game. In the early game, when Eclipse was actually a bit ahead, it already looked like Sunbreakers was just playing a little bit better as a team, having a bit better communication. And I don't know, as much as I really liked Ibba's plays here, he just looked a bit like a solo queue ranked player, if you know what I mean. He went well, but he still lost, and I think it might have to do with him going off alone just a bit too many times and getting picked off those times, because those 5 deaths from the Bakasura was very much felt by Eclipse. But enough about that. Let's just talk about this incredible performance indeed by RemarkableWolf once again. Like you were saying, showing you don't need to play Rama to be good. And also, we can't go around ShadyByrd. Missed an ability here and there, but I still think they had a very solid performance. And 7 and 2 and 9, well, it's nothing to scoff at, right? So, well, yeah, GG towards some breakers.
Yeah, definitely. This is definitely not a KD I'm upset if I'm having, and it's obviously super easy just talking about the flashy one, the damage dealers doing all the damage. The setups by Tatri were extremely good. He had some really good, very key Cerberus ults. When it led to Ibba dying in the first fire gen that they took, that really set the pace for the rest of the end game. Some really solid walls there by Poseidon. Obviously, some great healing sustain, some incredible cleanses coming out of Tenebrises there. So I mean, yeah, like I mentioned just in the mid game, Sunbreakers were just playing better Smite. They were grouping up harder. They were understanding where they needed to be, what they can get from being there, and just going there and achieving it. And they got objectives for it. They got a lead from it, and ultimately they just ended in them snowballing extremely hard when it came to the key fire giant fights that really determined the outcome of the game.
Well, there you have it, folks. This was game 1, and let's get right into game 2. Let's not make you wait for that much longer, as we'll go into it, and you will still have me and Cosmic for you on the cast, and Nooblet on camera. Thank you, Nooblet, for camming for us. And welcome back to game 2. It's still Eclipse on your left side and Sunbreakers on your right side. Will it be another very quick game, or will we see a game 3, or will it just be a long fight? We don't know. Rama does get banned out once again, so I guess they are still very scared of RemarkableWolf. Probably a fair thing to assume. If he's this good on Jingwei, how good will he be on Rama? What do you think, Cosmic?
That is exactly the mindset that I had going in there. His performance on Jingwei was nothing short of absolutely incredible. And again, this is they're also putting the respect on the support, understanding where it was. Tatri had some incredible setups there with Cerberus ults, really solid stuns in all stages of the game, really allowing his team, RemarkableWolf, ShadyByrd, whoever, to really, really get ahead in these team fights and definitely deserve some respect. But yeah, we do as well see the Jingwei ban coming through. No surprise there.
Yeah, and don't forget the respect band Susanoo for Ibba, of course, on the other side for Sunbreakers here. We did see, I think, only once that Ibba actually got to play the Susanoo this season so far, and I think he went like 17 in 1 or something. So, a very logical respect band there, but that does leave Merlin open this time, and it does get halved as well. Seems like it had to be rented or something. But yeah, Merlin first pick.
Yeah, honestly, wouldn't have been surprised if I were to see a Bakasura first pick. Was incredibly insane. Obviously, I think they made a little bit of mistakes in the grouping and during some key fire giant fights. But I mean that delayed pentakill was absolutely insane. In all stages of the game, I was commenting about how well he was playing and invading camps, getting kills, diving towers, even like 5 minutes in. Really incredible performance there. Obviously, still able to get it here in these next two picks as we see Bacchus and Shang-Ah getting locked in on the other side.
Shanga is a god I have not seen in years in any form of Smite, except for like maybe someone who's trying to throw in casuals or a random pick duel that we did. Um, yeah, I am very surprised to see a Chang'e here. I don't think it's bad. They may not know that Chang'e did get a little bit of a nerf where the anti-heal got taken away from the free. So it's not as good as it seems to be into this patch, but I'm looking forward to see it. I mean, with good coordination on a Chang'e, and I think if it does go towards Tenebrises, by the way, it always can go towards Sidon as well, since Chang'e is also someone you can play in the solo lane. But you gotta remember that ultimate mechanic from Chang'e that it just adds a second for every person that you hit in it. A 5-second stun? Whew, I don't know, man.
Yeah, honestly, actually, I think just before this patch, I can't remember who played it, and I'm mad because they went absolutely insane. They went Shang-Chi with Blink and went like literally 19 and 2 here in the SDL. So I believe it was Chubby Ostrich actually who played that and was really incredible on it. And yes, the the anti-healing rather on the 3 was removed, but now with every ability that she hits increases her damage output by 5%. So it is a trade-off like we've seen with most of these healers, losing a bit of healing, gaining some utility in some other way. So I think Shanga isn't a bad pick. I'm not sure how well that makes her meta wise. I haven't seen her too much to really get a good grasp on it, but I don't think it's objectively much worse than it was last patch.
Well, yeah, and I am so sorry, but I must have missed this match from Chubby Ostrich on Changa. Luckily, I can watch it back on the SDL YouTube, and so should you if you
True,
have not seen it yet.
true. Sure can. You can watch all our past games every week of season 2. Hell, you can even watch the season 1 playoffs. Watch whatever you want. That's the beauty of YouTube. You just can go back and watch it. All right, kicking us back off right into the bans, more hunter bans. We see Cernunos getting banned out, and a little bit of respect from ShadyByrd put on with the Camazotz ban. He played a very solid match, going 7-2, and pumped out considerable numbers last game.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm not sure if Kama still is the best god right now, but respect Ben, nonetheless. I mean, it's a bit of colleague. They're all colleagues, right? They're all playing Smite together, so it's nice of them to do. And of course, well, they're playing to win, so it's not. If they think it's necessary, it is necessary. Humbats was, I think, the god that they banned instead last time, so it will be locked in right here. But we haven't even gotten the chance to talk about Surtur and Athena here, as well as Odin even. We see Odin being picked up once again, but this time it goes towards Mario, where Mario last time had to play against it. What do you think about all of these picks?
They're definitely interesting. I like Athena, just the support that's hard to go wrong with. Global presence. So even if you're out in a completely different lane, you're going to be able to go in. Incredible beats burning capability with the taunt. Just great, able to separate the team fight with it. If beats aren't up, almost always guarantees a kill if anybody is caught out. So just a solid pick there, Surtur. I mean, really, really strong lane bully. The healing is super strong, and it's just hard to match up to. But I think his team fight is a little bit rougher, whereas I think it's the complete opposite for Odin. His laning is a little bit weaker, whereas his team fight capabilities are a lot stronger with the cage. So we got some interesting matchups, different play styles, and with all those bans we see, Remarkable Wolf locking in Heimdallr versus Don Zaburo lane. That is not a matchup I have seen in a very long time. Definitely going to be an interesting one.
Yeah, I think the last time I saw this matchup is when I was playing the Heimdallr myself in a ranked game together with you, so you're lying to me right now. But
Yeah, I said
yes,
a matchup against Donza. You weren't playing against a Donza.
I was playing against a Dance in
No,
one
you
of those
weren't.
matches.
That is a lie.
Anyway,
Don't call
it
me out for
doesn't
that.
matter. I am looking forward to see what this Heimdallr is going to build on Remarkable Wolf, as I respect Remarkable Wolf as a player. So if he has the same build as me, it's confirmed good. Anyway, folks, these are your teams, so let's get into game 2 here.
Another of your cigarettes out. Fuck, I always feel so burned out. I never smoked before I met you. Now I chain smoke the way I like to kiss you. Cause I know you're with them while I'm here, staring at a red light. Stopped, windows down, cursing at the street signs. When every road could lead me back to the memories that we once had, yeah. Tell me how this so easily falls apart. Cause damn, you still fucking have my heart. And all I have is another of your cigarettes lit, but not a single fuck left to give. I could explode, I feel like gasoline when you're mad at me. Lit a match in the wind, so I'm asking please. I try to cope, go through the motions, no, I got a noose around my throat. Fuck, I love you, but I know that I should let you go. Situations got me pressed and I'm on overload. I'm on overload, so another of your cigarettes out. Fuck, I always feel so burned out. I never smoked before I met you. Now I chain smoke the way I like to kiss you. Cause I know you're with them while I'm here, staring at a red light. Stopped, windows down, cursing at the street signs. When every road could lead me back to the memories that we once had, yeah. Tell me how this so easily falls apart.
Once again, we see the buff spawn here right now, and looks like we're going for the same kind of starts as we saw last time, as I do indeed see Humbats in the background there, over on the left yellow buff instead of the right one. Ooh, Darknms taking a lot of damage from this red buff here. Did not Anthony it quite yet.
Oh,
Still
there's still
in
a chance.
trouble.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. We'll go towards lane here with a little bit of a health deficit, but because of the start that Sunbreakers is doing, it will be in lane first, so it's probably not that big of a deal. It just costs you a potion or two.
Yeah, and potions, do a lot in these early stages. Being able to heal so much, like such a high percentage. Cheeky little double stun there. But yeah, but I don't even think we talked about the Fenrir pick. We were too focused on a little bit of banter that we had there. And coming over here into solo lane, we're definitely seeing that Poseidon, as I'd mentioned, getting a little bit of an advantage. Not to mention the start that they did puts him at level 2. Not ideal for Mario, but that might be changing come 10-15 minutes.
Well, yeah,
Thought
I
this was
mean, it is Sidon with the level advantage right now, but the health advantage is definitely going towards Mario. I mean, not anymore if you jump in like that. Yeah, I just ruined my entire point like that, I guess. Ibba in a lot of trouble here, actually, very early on. Humbats
Oh.
does decide to go for the bit of a chase. Well, I think Ibba is fine, yeah. Who is not fine might be Mario. Nah, can jump out as Sidon is actually very low himself. Do have the entire wave there, so he probably get the totem for free, as now TheDivineApe's being dove on by Tatri. Uh-oh. Yes, that's
Oh.
first blood here for you by the Heimdallr. Remarkable Wolf claiming first blood for himself. But I think most of the props there, you gotta give to Tatri once again.
Yeah, definitely. Man, every lane and every interaction is just not looking very good for Eclipse. Now Assassin finally getting a little bit of a health advantage onto Poseidon. Drops a little bit low, but there's so many archers shooting at Assassin that he might drop down, forced to shell. He has shell.
Uh-oh.
He's one HP. There's
Uh-oh.
no way he lives. There's no way
Don't
he
worry,
lives. He's gonna pick up
he's
a minion. He's gonna throw it at him. Yeah. Oh!
Thank you for actually hurting my ears there. And now Poseidon going very deep for this kill. Will find it, but at what cost? Is they will fall down themselves towards Ibba here probably. Tenebrises looked there to help for a little bit, but just a bit too late. And it's a 1-for-1 in the end, but I would give I would give it to Eclipse because I prefer a kill onto my Fenrir there than I prefer the kill onto the Surtur as Athena is falling down low. Ooh, falling down even lower as Heimdall abilities hit like a truck, dude. They're so big. Tatri jump the belly flop just a little bit off the mark as we see a little bit of a small invade here by the Humbots. No.
You know, I'm sorry, I just really love those like cheeky little things, like, you know, dodging abilities with leaps, especially ones that would end up getting a lot of value otherwise. But man, oh no, a little bit of a late beat.
Body blocks will not be enough, but getting the beats there, probably fine. But the body blocks there by Tatri, dude. You cannot beat the fat man standing in your way.
Certainly can. I really love I think Bacchus is a really good play style here. ShadyByrd beautifully jumping over, avoiding a considerable amount of damage to Dark. Would apply to him. But yeah, I think this Bacchus really fits Tachi's play style. There's kind of achieving with Cerberus now. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, come on.
How is no one dying?
Everyone's just jumping everything. Shady jumped over that wall earlier. He jumped to avoid the Fenrir ult. Assassin leaped to avoid Poseidon's little obsidian shard toss. I mean, just lots of cheeky little things avoiding damage, and that's just what you love to see. Just players understanding how the game works, the mechanics of the games, and just having an excellent display. Man, that's going to be a lot of minions on that tower for Eclipse here on the right side. Might lose a considerable amount of XP. Not the position you want to be in Mario. And I mean, this just means that, you know, I was just extremely right, you know, when it comes to the laning phase versus an Odin versus a Surtur.
I also want to point out something here to you, Cosmic. I think, except for the mid laners are boring. I think this is the first time Holt has fought though, Sidon being forced up into the sky to live here from the gank from Ibba. But we'll be fine, so I can come back to my point. Except for the mid laners here, as Holt has fought once again, as now ShadyByrd is going in, and I don't know if you want to go in there, but the entire team is there to help. And now it's actually Mario in a lot of trouble.
Oh my.
Triple ult coming out, but the kill will be confirmed for Sunbreakers. So Tatri will pick it up. So going back to the point, except for the mid laners, every single wall got a different starter this game.
Yeah, it's very interesting. We see Assassin opting for a considerable amount of anti-heal with the Tainted Steel as well as the Contagion. You know, Surge healing can be pretty obnoxious in lane, but come late game, it's a little bit harder to take advantage of it. Well, he's getting it early. Hello?
Uh-oh. Great pre-beats by RemarkableWolf, but will it be enough to actually catch the TheDivineApe here? Yes, it will. As gets the second kill from himself, but at what cost as Merlin came over? But well, you're playing Heimdall, so I guess you can just teleport across the entire map and be out just fine. It's basically a combat teleporter free. I think that ability is so underrated.
Yeah, I mean, it's almost impossible to gank a Heimdall who knows what he's doing, having that ability up, not to mention the free vision that he gets. Very, very difficult being able to just hard commit with any other character. It would have been an overcommit, but now 10 and Poseidon. Wow, great cage, however, in response.
Will get the kill back with the cage indeed, and I mean, that's one of the reasons why you're playing Odin, right? If you get Dove, you're like, you can take me, but I'm taking you with me. As TheDivineApe is stepping up towards this tower in this wave. RemarkableWolf on a big 2-level lead. I think that's like maybe even 2.5 by now.
2
I don't
levels,
know.
and look
Yeah,
at the items as well.
Tenebris being forced to walk back towards the Merlin ability that was already on the ground, taking a lot of damage. But yeah, while walking around it is your certain death. As Athena standing there as well, Taunt was almost up again. I am sure of it. So, I mean, probably the right decision, but scary thing to do anyway. We've seen Mario being pushed out here a lot by Sidon this game.
I mean, just look at the level differences on these teams. Oh, look at that. Man, it's like the mid lane is the only lane that isn't going really bad for Eclipse. 2 levels down, or actually 3 levels now, as you had mentioned. Might be have been a little bit more in the dual lane and in solo lane as well. Level difference. But there is a bit of a level difference in favor of Eclipse for the jungle. ShadyByrd only level 7 compared to Ibba's level 9. I actually just ticked over to level 8, so not as considerable of a level difference. And Sunbreakers just blowing them out of the water in the XP difference.
Yeah, RemarkableWolf being called the Rama one trick is proving everyone wrong right now. And I think you are looking at one of the, if not the best ADC player in the league here for at least for Immortal at least. And I think Sunbreakers is very happy to have them in their team.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. HardKiller stuck in a troublesome position here. Is able to dash out though. A bit of peel coming through by Dark, but now Sunbreakers grouped up really hard. Double cage here by Assassin, but there's just not anyone in position to follow up quite yet.
No, not yet, but there they come. As oh, there's the Chang'e triple stun
Oh,
with the ultimate, and now it's Tatri falling down first. The Darknms.
oh my!
The ShadyByrd gets a kill on Ibba in the background. Odin's not quite done getting the stun off onto Tenebrises. The two going out for the CC immunity as well as the damage immunity. Oh, the bounce towards Goldfree makes sure that they cannot go farther onto TheDivineApe there. I think they would have preferred actually hitting the ADC there and getting a kill as Athena coming back in with the ultimate, saving their Odin. Mario coming out fine, and now it's Goldfree being picked up by Sunbreakers. And I don't think Eclipse can contest it whatsoever. They're going to try though. They're coming back in. Darknms on very low HP. I'm not sure about this one. As Sidon is zoning. Yeah, TheDivineApe already falling down. Merlin being forced to blink out, but your Surtur going up into the Fireball Sky. Not quite hitting Darknms, but opting for a tower push. As they actually get a double kill on the tower, but will get a return kill. Merlin here after post-mortem return kill on the Merlin here with a little bit of help from the tower. But I think Goldfury did go towards Sunbreakers there as well. Two for one. That's definitely worth. However, losing Pyromancer.
Yeah, I mean, not to mention the kills that they had gotten before it. And I want to mention this is the second time Poseidon has died that way. You know, it was a cheeky little Merlin pull that secures him dying to the tower. Last time it was the Odin cage. Poseidon can't catch a break. These towers are being the absolute death of him, quite literally. Luckily, it seems like he didn't let the right tower live much longer after that one. Both times, however, certainly I'd imagine that he would consider him worth it. And now
Yeah.
just pushing over the 5k gold lead by Sunbreakers after that Gold Fury before even it was like a 4k gold lead, so they were still they had a considerable advantage in the gold, and as I previously mentioned, the XP department and just the itemizations. You can tell just how much more gold now. Assassin 3 levels down Poseidon, and like I said, there's no tower there.
Yeah, we are sharing a brain cell right now, as we said the same thing. No tower there. I would have liked to see Sidon actually maybe go even a little bit harder, but then again, there are 3 people of Eclipse in the jungle right there, so probably a better decision by him than I would have made in the Netflix lane over on the right. As one thing I want to talk about, and maybe we can show it on screen as well, Sidon actually went for one of the new healing items. even though Mario went for 2, well, anti-heal items, one of the new items, pretty interesting to see. What do you think about that item? Well, hold that thought though. Sorry to ask you a question, was ShadyByrd is just getting a kill onto Ibba? I thought Ibba was fragging there, but apparently they are the one to fall down first.
Yeah, a lot of ultimates exchanged there. 3 ultimates used on both sides. Obviously, Dark's on a little bit of a shorter cooldown, but yeah, it's an interesting thing. It looks like he's opting for more of an attack speed style Surtur, which is an option. Is one augments his auto attacks. He's going. He built a wing shard. He's going to have Berserker's shield. It's definitely a way to build Surtur. Not one that is the most common, but maybe that little vital amplifier makes it considerably more viable.
Well, the 3-level lead will say that it's definitely worth it. As Sidon having a pretty easy time here fighting with Mario. I don't think I've seen a Surtur with this much attack speed ever. Now in a bit of trouble though, as well, jungle coming over and Ibba, yeah, getting Surtur down before the ultimate actually did manage to go off for the Surtur here. A bit of unluckiness by Sidon, you could say. Maybe a bit of overstaying and actually going a bit negative now. It's 3 and 4. But still, like I said before, 2-level lead now instead of a 3-level lead, but you're still pretty far up. You got a tower where obviously Mario for Eclipse does not have his tier 2 tower anymore in this duo lane. So yeah, going pretty well for Surtur with, indeed, like you were saying, the not most common build.
Now we see Oni Fury going to be spawning here soon. Sunbreakers taking the opportunity to get up there, place their wards. And this is just the really strong grouping that I mentioned had made the biggest differences in game number 1. I mean, look at these ward coverages, man. There's just no way that Eclipse can group without Sunbreakers knowing exactly what they're going to be getting into. All 5 members grouping at this Oni Fury right at his spawn. Incredible macro play. Finally, all members of Eclipse, but just not quite hard grouped. Poseidon taking the opportunity. He knows exactly where they are with their wards.
Going up into the sky to not die, and while Gold Fury is already less than below a quarter HP, so it's not being dropped. It is being dropped as Darknms gets the first kill after the ultimate from the Humbots comes out. Darknms getting a double kill. It's now 3 people dead from the Sunbreakers. It's now 4 people dead from the Sunbreakers. A triple kill here. RemarkableWolf being the last one alive, being able to teleport out a little bit. Great place by Darknms, by the way, as the chase will not be continued onto RemarkableWolf. Gets the Smite in the back onto Davina. A bit of a lazy back there. Oni Fury still being pulled, but everyone from Eclipse is low.
No.
Blink! Oh no! The triple kill here by RemarkableWolf after the blink in. But TheDivineApe threw down the 2 onto Danzeburo here, getting a little taunt on top of the ground. Making sure RemarkableWolf did fall down in the end after he already used beats before, so not getting out of that one, but getting a triple kill, getting everyone off the Oni Fury. Great plays and keeping this. I think the fact that Sunbreakers is in this game right now is very much towards RemarkableWolf. Like, you can make a case for of course, ShadyByrd playing very well on the Humbots, but I think RemarkableWolf is hard carrying right now for Sunbreakers.
Yeah, I mean, that fight was an extremely good fight for Eclipse before RemarkableWolf just blinked in and just whipped it out on all of them. I mean, that was absolutely incredible plays. Very ambitious to go blink there. And speaking of another blink, we got the Shanghai blink I mentioned.
Will get it, right? Yeah, ShadyByrd will confirm the kill on Darknms after the ultimate just barely didn't get the job done. And now it's HardKiller falling down for the double kill from ShadyByrd here. In the back, Ibba though will get a return kill onto Tenebrises. And now it's actually ShadyByrd on 1 HP. Ibba going after it. Brutalize not quite up yet, but when will it be up? There it is, as Ibba will get his own double kill. And now it's Odin who rotated over with the cage, and Heimdall just choosing cheese for his money, getting out of there. Mario jumping in, and actually Heimdall going back in as TheDivineApe stepped off there. Welcome a little bit. Poseidon confirming a kill for himself after they go up into the ult themselves now, and Athena coming over. What a big fight this is. RemarkableWolf is still there, a bit under half HP, but you're a hunter against 2 tanks. I think you managed it, as it's actually Athena falling off very low already. RemarkableWolf getting the kill with the Bloodforge stack. They are able to stay now as well, but Ibba is back from the dead. Will jump in, not quite getting, as the RemarkableWolf once again can just teleport out of the fight completely, throwing down his sword still after the fact. And I think this fight is finally dying down, and I can breathe now, so please take over from me, Custom Warrior.
Yeah, good fight. Back to you, Jeff. Yeah, that was kind of a bit of an extended fight. People going out, going back in. You know, some cheeky moments in there, to say the least. We saw it initiated by Tenebrises. There's a blink again. I had mentioned the Shang-Ab blink. That means both squishy carries on Eclipse with blink. Actually, all three, if you include the jungler. Beads and blink seems to be the name of the game for Sunbreakers, and you know, it's putting in some work. They're pulling the Oni Fury now. Okay, trying to get in there and do something about it. But Dark's actually getting just killed. He's just dying. You try to step around, go for something, a little bit of a steal, maybe nice Merlin things with them grouping so hard. He was caught out very quickly. Again, going to show the power of that ward coverage. Just great awareness by Sunbreakers that pick up the Oni Fury, and they pick up Dark, who had one of the better bounties, I'd say, on Eclipse.
Yeah, it's Smite 101, right? You go for an objective, you see someone trying to steal it, you drop the objective, get a kill, and... Okay, sorry about that.
We saw a bit of Niflheim there.
Yeah, and just get the objective, as Sunbreakers will actually get the objective on the Pyromancer as well, and another kill for Tatri here onto the Athena. Bit of support rivalry, getting his 2nd kill and making him go positive right now, so good on the Bacchus here.
Now...
Fire Giant.
Fire Giant, Eclipse is nowhere to be found.
Pre 20 minutes Fire Giant is a bit juicy to do, but it's falling down below half, and it's just now Merlin coming over a little bit late, as it will fall down towards Sunbreakers here. And obviously Darknms opting to walk away from it, as going up against 4 people there with Fire Giant is probably just a death sentence.
Certainly is. I mean, Sunbreakers have just been making so few mistakes this game, taking every opportunity that they can, you know, realizing what had happened around that Pyromancer, that they have the ability to go for the Fire Giant as well. RemarkableWolf, very, very deep into that build, but Divine, taking the opportunity to just farm it back up, was able to close that XP gap by just a tiny bit, lowering it down to only 1 level. Now Eclipse finds the sign here in the mid lane, force out his beads. His ult is still available, though. He does opt to take it out.
Probably should have just gone for the ult instantly there. I don't think it's necessary to force out beats there if you are the Surtur, but well, he lived, so I guess it's fair enough. And his team, while he had a bit of a diversion, just got 2 towers on the dual lane. Actually, I think it was 1 tower, as I do believe RemarkableWolf already had the tower before, as we go into a quick pause, so we will be right back.
Smoked before I met you. Now I chain smoke the way
Sorry for that, folks, as we are back very quickly for you, luckily, as this Phoenix is already below
Mario.
3/4 HP. But actually, Ibba getting a kill as Mario falling down towards ShadyByrd. Ibba getting his double kill here now.
Okay.
ShadyByrd getting a double kill for himself. It's just a jungle getting kills everywhere. ShadyByrd a bit low now, so he's gotta fall back as Tatri and Tenebrises are actually low for themselves. And it's actually the team with the Fire Giant having to run big here. Big heal from the Chang'e, but not big enough, as actually OLKxHardKiller will get the kill confirmed for themselves. People walking through all the rocks here, because the rocks do not exist, as DivineApe gets a kill ShadyByrd, and now it's just Tatri falling down as well, and it's a deicide for Eclipse, getting a deicide onto Sunbreakers here. Big plays, great defense. I did not expect Eclipse to be able to defend that so well. I thought Sunbreakers had us in the bag.
And, I thought Assassin Mario had gone just a little bit over his head there, but he just made the space that Ibba needed, taking down 2, and just with a Merlin there as well, finishing off those last 3 was just quick work for the rest of the team. I mean, Merlin just one of the best base defenders in the game, being able to just throw those abilities from so far away. Fortunately, we do have another pause as a bit of a DC's coming through, but we'll be right back with the gameplay for a very, very short break.
Pull another of your cigarettes out. Fuck, I always feel so burned out. I never smoked before I met you. Now I chain smoke the way I like to kiss you. Cause I know you're with them while I'm here, staring at a red light. Stopped, windows down, cursing at the street signs. When every road could lead me back to the memories that we once had, yeah. Tell me how this so easily falls apart. Cause damn, you still fucking have my...
And like Cosmic was saying, sorry about that, but we are back fairly quickly with you here, luckily for us, because I am so excited. I don't want to wait in this game. I want to see what's happening. But Assassin Mario did have a bit of a DC situation there. Luckily, he's back, and hopefully no more problems from now on.
Yeah, hopefully not, as we saw Eclipse breathing a sign of life. I had mentioned Sunbreakers had made very few mistakes in this game overall. Unfortunately, that left side Phoenix Siege was a big one that they had made, letting Eclipse get back into this game a tiny bit. They're going to be grouping up around these objectives. Does look like Sunbreakers believe they have enough time to go for this Gold Fury. Safe to say it's going to be a minute or two before Fire Giant is even up, and it looks like most members of Eclipse are on the other side. There's going to be absolutely no contest over this Primal Fury.
Yeah, absolutely no one close. The closest one there would have been Ibba, as Ibba is splitting from his team once again a little bit. Just getting farm right now, so it's not the worst. But now Spyromancer has spawned. It's actually Eclipse falling down a little bit again, I do believe, as I think they're giving this up for free as well. It is just a Pyromancer, but it does say something about the state Eclipse is in right now. I mean, you're only 3 kills down, but it's still, like, what, 5k gold? And you also have a bit of an XP behind, but now it's Danzaburo going up into the rocket, as Sidon is a bit out of position here, and I think he will fall down, as TheDivineApe actually securing the kill for himself. Ibba doing a lot of damage now, and while Fire Giant is here, and it's actually being pulled by Eclipse right now. Cancel everything I said like around 30 seconds ago. However, Sunbreakers not gonna give this up without a fight.
Certainly aren't. Ibba and Mario in a position to try to zone it out here. It does look like they're opting to drop it, and they're going in for the fight.
Humbat's ulti coming out already. Everyone being pulled away for a bit of a break in the fight. Is now, ooh, Darknms will not fall down. I'm so sorry. It's TheDivineApe actually gets a kill. Ibba falling down now as well. It's a 1-for-2 so far, but it's definitely far from done. Heimdall being forced to actually go behind the entirety of Eclipse with the teleport here, as ShadyByrd will fall down towards Assassin Mario. So yeah, it's a 2-for-2 in total by the end, I do believe. Actually, no, I'm sorry. Alright, Darknms falling down in the end towards Tatri. Bach is getting another kill for themselves. And I'm so sorry, but I think it was actually a 3-for... I don't even know how many kills there were in that fight anymore. All I do know is that the fight's still actually going on, as Sidon is not in trouble, as Mario just walks away. And, you know, be the bigger person, just walk away sometimes.
Yeah, I believe there was a 3-for-2, including the initial pick that they had got onto Poseidon. I mean, honestly, that pick was really, really good. I had thought at first Divine was a little overambitious with his ultimate. Obviously, ending up in a very, very solid fight for Eclipse. Ooh, unfortunate for HardKiller there, getting that bubble popped. But now Eclipse for if they want any of that to matter, they need to get back here and they need to contest this fire giant. Because they're looking a little bit far away. It's dropping down to half HP, but they're closing in quickly.
Ooh, Odin jumping in. Says Mario does have the cage up, I do believe. Yes, he does. Fire Giant still not being dropped. It's below a quarter HP, and it's actually the junglers fighting in the background, nowhere close towards this Fire Giant. Bit of a jump blink from ShadyByrd here. Will get out. Fire Giant somehow regenerated to half HP. I don't know what quite happened there. I think it got dropped in between. And it's actually Athena here falling down very low and has the fire aggro. So they actually died towards Fire Giant here. And it's once again Bacchus getting another kill for himself. Already on 4 kills here on the support. ShadyByrd getting a kill as well onto Mario here. So it's a 2 for 0 so far. Oh! Ibba falling down. A big snipe through the wall by Tenebrises here, making sure Bacchus doesn't get another kill. And it's 3 for 0 now, and Sunbreakers will probably get the Fire Giant here.
Just when it felt like Eclipse had a fighting chance. That team fight got really split up. I think Mario was in just a little bit deep. Obviously, Ibba way in the back line. Now, it's a little bit understandable. Alright, see you later, TheDivineApe. You are not alive.
Yeah, TheDivineApe got a bit unlucky there with when the stun actually went through for Tatri there, and after the immediate stun, I'm so sorry, from Sidon as well, being locked on top of the Fire Giant ring that does so much damage. It's almost like a Ganesh ultimate to be standing on top of that. So yeah, the ADC there from Eclipse got very much deleted, as this fight is not quite over yet. It's 5 people with Fire Giant for Sunbreakers here. 26 minutes in. What do you do if you're Eclipse here?
I mean, they've shown that they can defend. You know, Dark has just been even stronger than when it came through. I feel like he's just lacking a little bit in the farm, where 27 minutes in, he's only level 18. Not exactly what you want to be. He's obviously had a tough situation, just as far as, you know, side lanes losing a lot, rotating in, these objectives not really going their way. And now it's like 3 members of Eclipse are missing. They need to back immediately if they want a chance to defend this. Looks like they do get back, but that Phoenix is dropping quick.
Bird falling down very low. It's already below, like, I think a quarter HP now. Humbat's ult saving it for a little while, coming out doing a lot of damage. As Ibba jumping in, get a kill onto Tatri here, bringing ShadyByrd back as well, getting a double kill for himself, but the bird did fall down as Darknms gets Sidon there in the background, and now it's Ibba getting a triple kill onto RemarkableWolf. Well, Quadra gets stolen by the Athena, but that is dead, and it's indeed a deja vu moment. Please don't get us copyright strike.
Yeah, dude, I just thought about that. I was like, oh fuck.
Alright, now he's swearing as well.
Double mess up.
Cosmic is starting to look like me now.
Mic.
Cosmic, I think you're hanging out with me too much. Anyway, there has been a D-side, so please let's talk about that. Big D-side here by Eclipse. Great defense once again, getting a tier 1 now, going for a tier 2 into the duo line here. Possibly even a bird, although with the respawn timers, I think a bird would be a bit too optimistic.
Yeah, they're definitely respawning soon, but that is exactly what I had mentioned before that fight had taken. Eclipse has proven that they're able to defend this. Getting another deicide, very great showing. Obviously, this time they're not able to defend the bird, but I mean, you know, a bird for a deicide in a situation that Eclipse is in, it's one you're willing to take. It shuts down any push potential that they had. It removes all of their Fire Giant buffs. Ooh. And just really puts your team in just about the best spot you could really ask for at this stage.
Yeah, Mario looked like he wanted to do the Pyromancer all by themselves there, and ShadyByrd just walked up there like, what you doing, big guy? That's mine. Getting the Pyromancer for Sunbreakers here. Sunbreakers is still on the offense, even though they got decided twice now. 1 kill ahead still. And well, one Phoenix ahead is probably the bigger point. 1 tower as well, but it doesn't really matter all that much, as ShadyByrd actually gets a great ultimate off there, gets a kill into Darknms, being sent back to the graveyard once again. And well, you said it before.
3 ults expanded for Dark there.
I think it's worth it for Merlin. Merlin is popping out numbies, dude. I mean, in a player damage chart, they are in the middle, not quite on top of there yet, but I also think that is because he gets picked out in the beginning of these fights so much, not being able to throw out all of that damage every single time is adding up. And still in being in the upper half of the graph, I think, I think they're doing well.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he had to beads the Heimdall ult, and by then you're just so vulnerable to I almost said bat out of hell. I'm too busy thinking about last game. Fear no evil. So I mean, just great understanding exactly what's going to happen there. Now taking the opportunity to take the fire giant, Assassin not wanting it to go quite that easily.
Sunbreakers getting the fire giant as Mario is now falling down very low. It was also TheDivineApe before who jumped in. Ooh, Afina saving the solo lane here. ShadyByrd gets a kill in the background onto Ibba. Jungler falling down for Eclipse is very big for Sunbreakers here, as now they're looking to push once again. Probably mid-bird this time. Or will it be a right tower first? We're 31 minutes in, so that was also an EFG. So this Phoenix will not have any protections if they do decide to walk in. It seems like they will be deciding to walk in, as Tatri is going for it right now. It's actually Sidon who goes in first, Odin jumping on top of it. Cage is not there for like half of the duration left, so I would assume it's another 30 seconds or so. Fireman's pushing towards the Titan here though. Afina jumping back in with ult here, having a lot of protections extra from Mario here. And it's actually everyone from Sunbreakers falling down quite low here in the background. That's a bit surprising to see, as this Phoenix is still very, very healthy. Don't think it's even been hit yet. There is that Odin cage finally being dropped down. What are they gonna do with it? Not too much. A bit of a waste. I think Eclipse should have gone a bit deeper there. Left Phoenix did respawn though. Pretty big for Eclipse here. But will it be enough? Ibba getting a kill into RemarkableWolf. That's a big, good start. Surtur going up into the sky, hitting 2, possibly killing 2. Quite low though. There's the first one. Sidon getting a kill onto Ibba, as Tatri and RemarkableWolf did fall down though. And now it's actually Sidon in a bit of trouble. Bad position, and Darknms getting the kill for themselves. Once again, what a defense. Mario low, but not low enough, as TheDivineApe gets a kill onto ShadyByrd. And well, Tenebrises is alive, but what is happening? These defenses from Eclipse are so good. These Phoenixes look impenetrable. I don't think that's a word. Doesn't matter. You all know what I mean. What are these defenses are so good, Cosmic.
Yes, Jeffrey, not too familiar with the penetration, but yeah, I mean, honestly, I was gonna say that what Poseidon did there was actually like 2000 IQ, taking away the focus of the Merlin there, preventing his team from dying even more. Unfortunately, ShadyByrd had committed a lot trying to kill Assassin Mario there, ended up just living anyway, so it didn't matter. Tenebrises was the only one who lived there, but if Poseidon would have derived the attention for long enough for ShadyByrd to either get that kill, or they decide to just drop it and leave, it's less of a bad position for Sunbreakers, but obviously still a successful defense for Eclipse. It seemed like it was a little rough. You had minions pushing into your Titan, minions pushing onto the very low Phoenix. Sunbreakers just not finding the opportunities that they need to really get in and take down these Phoenixes.
Yeah, I don't know. If I'm Sunbreakers there, I would just jump in, throw the Humbots all down, make Tatri like knock someone up, make RemarkableWolf just hit them like a truck. They just went for the poke game instead, and you don't win the poke game against the Merlin. Doesn't matter if you have EFG. Merlin just throws his abilities out of the Phoenix, and you saw what happened. Everyone from Sunbreakers, by the time they actually decided to fight, were like below a quarter HP. Just a bit of misplay, in my opinion.
Yeah, but time clock's ticking. Another EFG is going to be starting very soon. And if either team gets DS out of that, might just very well be the game. Assassin gets 4 in that cage, but it's sent to Niflheim.
And Mario is gone from that fight, already back by the time I said it, by the way. And now, it's actually TheDivineApe going in with the rocket on 4 people. RemarkableWolf getting 1, RemarkableWolf getting 2, Poseidon getting 1, Darknms getting 1. Kills all across the board. It's now a 3-for-1. It's not looking good for Eclipse. If you're dead, you can't defend. Darknms is alive, but that's the big one. Knockup not going over because the taunt was there. ability being thrown out, and now it's full running down at the last person alive for Eclipse. We're 35 minutes in. Minions are already at the bird, so no EFG needed to shred those protections. RemarkableWolf on 1 HP though, gotta be careful here. One ability from Darknms will do the deed, but not if Sidon has anything to say about it, just basicing him down to death, and I think this is game.
Oh man, Dark just walked up a step too close when that blink was down, and yeah, this Titan is just slowly going down. The timers of Eclipse are way too long, and that is the set. Eclipse try their best to hold on, but we'll be talking about it all and more on the desk segment. We'll be right back.
Pull another of your cigarettes out. Fuck, I always feel so burned out. I never smoked before I met you. Now I chain smoke the way I like to kiss you. Cause I know you're with them while I'm here.
And what a wonderful game it was. It is sadly a 2-A. Well, I mean, depends who you're a fan for, but I think it's sadly a 2-0 set. I would have loved to go to a game 3 here, especially with how well Eclipse was defending it. But, you know, third time is a charm. 2 deicides, third one didn't quite get there. And Sunbreakers do take this set 2-0. Is there anyone or anything in particular you would like to talk about, Cosmic?
I mean, interestingly, we, as I had mentioned previously in the game, we saw RemarkableWolf and Tenebrises going for Blink as opposed to, traditionally a safe going Aegis. And it was working out for them a long time, but maybe that was the reason why it was so hard to siege those Phoenixes. I mean, Eclipse had been doing an incredible job at defending them despite being down considerably, despite 5 members of the opposing team having Fire Giant, having enhanced Fire Giant even. So maybe, gave them a little bit of that lead, a little bit of that snowball ended up hurting them in the longish run. I want to say longer run, but obviously they still end up walking away with the W, and obviously those blinks came into handy in that last team fight.
Yeah, and I think Eclipse is showing here that they're a very solid team. I mean, the way they did defend was incredible, and all the props to them. I don't think any of them played bad at all that game. But if there's one thing to point out, is this is of course an SDL set, and the wall difference is there, and it's pretty immense. Sunflowers has so many wards all across the map at all times. They always just knew what was going on. And they just caught people from Eclipse by surprise, especially earlier in the game, making that lead so early, so big. I mean, they were putting Fire Giant 80 minutes in it, so it's a miracle this game went 35 minutes. So yeah, that's my one tip if you are Eclipse for me. Anyway, I do also want to congratulate. I do not speak anymore at this hour. I'm so sorry. I do want to congratulate Sunbreakers for their incredible game. If they keep this up, they might be one of the teams to look out for during playoffs in a few weeks.
They certainly will be, so keep your eyes on them. They've been showing incredible, just obviously individual performances as far as RemarkableWolf, ShadyByrd, even Tenebrises as well, but just the grouping, the team fights, the incredible setups by Tatri, everything all conjoined together has made them an absolute force to be reckoned with. And I'm not surprised if they're making their way deep into the playoffs games, but we'll have to catch all of that and more of the games as we're kicking it into some of the final weeks here. Playoffs aren't going to be very long. It'll be here before you know it. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. Keep updated on us as well in the Twitter page at Smite Draft. Just make sure you're understanding what's going on, and if you want to join in the action yourself, join the Discord. But that's been me, Cosmic Warrior, joined by Jeffrey, and wow, we hope you enjoyed that set.